Objective complete. You guys all get a notification. Objective complete. And then new objective. Get out of the house.
We did sleep, yeah?
You did sleep.
Okay.
You did sleep because when you slept, you guys woke up in a grand hall with a long table stretched out in front of you. A nice meal in front of you with a golden goblet filled with wine. And Strahd told you all, you've got my attention. Let me find the exact wording.
Bleh. Bleh, bleh.
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 You know, should at any point you wish to leave, simply find me and ask. You guys woke up in the dining room, all like sitting at chairs, crumbs all over you. Even friend with some crumbs on his robot frame. Some floating. Do you have like a liquid in your crystal container?
Yeah.
Yeah, just some crumbs floating in the liquid. Gonna have to clean that out. And then you guys tried to leave. You guys tried to walk through the front door. And you guys just got teleported to a random room in the house. That random room ended up having Sarusanda in it. As she sat and she seemed to be like breathing heavily in the darkness. And she looks around suddenly as you all spawn. Her like wraith blade drawn. She sees that it's you all, and she puts up a finger. And then a moment later, 3 screaming priests charge with their daggers drawn. So roll some initiative.
$16.
Oh, finally, I got a 19.
I don't know how. How do I have low frames on rolling a dice? You know what I mean?
I know what it is. I have the answer to that question.
Yeah, go for it. It doesn't make any sense to me.
This is Chrome, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. In system, you need to click on use graphic acceleration when available.
Yeah.
Wow.
No. That's what I had to turn off so that I could play games on one monitor and watch YouTube on the other. And that's why I use Chrome, because all the other what the browsers I tried to use, it was all laggy all the time. And I Googled it and finally it was like, well, Chrome will fix it if you turn this thing off. And I did that and it works now.
Wild. I use Firefox because it uses less RAM. It thinks, it makes the computer think less.
I tried
Did
Firefox.
you try Brave?
I think it's
Photoshop uses less RAM than Chrome.
I think the issue is my graphics card and the new NVIDIA's got bullshit shit going on with their updates right now, and I'm pretty sure that's the actual issue. And so hopefully once that gets resolved, then I can use whatever browser I want.
Yeah.
I think it's time we all use Brave browser.
Brave
Page.
Brave isn't bad.
I've just always used Opera GX.
It went to the shithole. It just started heavily just like reducing its performance, and it just became like a Steam launcher. They just try to platform a bunch of like sales and shit through it, and just like RGB effects. Was cool, but kind of burned me out. I kind of got on Brave and Mozilla and also DuckDuckGo. Oh, pretty solid.
Oh, I didn't end combat last time. Oh no. Got all token.
Was given United States until Monday to close all their embassies and get everybody out.
The country of Africa?
That's not a country.
Or the continent. I meant like that's why I was confused. You know what I mean?
Continent. All of
Do they
the
have some kind of
small
union? I'm
countries-
guessing.
All the small African countries in Africa
Yeah.
have told Trump, "You want to fuck around? You got till Monday to get everybody out of your embassies and close them down." We're not
That's fucking
with you."
nuts.
They all went to Pope's funeral and realized what a motherfucker. They all got to talking, and they all realized what a motherfucker. Now they're all standing up to him together. I'm all here for it.
Hell yeah.
I'm standing here going, "Hey,
16,
10 out of
7.
10 people die.
15,
I might as well die fighting for, fighting
19,
against the
16.
fucktard racist KKK."
Start combat. All right.
Sitting here laying down high.
All right. First one up
What is it gonna hurt?
is
My brain's already numb.
this guy. Sarasanda at 64 health. She's going to charge. Sarasanda and this priest. Lash blades. The you guys have seen the priest's daggers. Sarasanda has drawn her sword that lights up with this like wraith blue flame. And they clash, and Sarasanda spits in the priest's face and curses their entire order. Sarasanda, like in the light of her blade, it was very dim in here. You guys really couldn't see much, but in the light of her blade, you see she is covered in wounds, just like bleeding from 1,000 cuts. In her travels throughout the Death House, she has definitely been fighting tooth and nail in here. But the priest is going to make 2 attacks. First attack is a dirty 20 to hit, which response being hit by a... Yep, dirty 20 will hit. He takes 2d4, takes 7 points of piercing damage, and is now paralyzed. You watch as the grip on her blade sort of goes slack, and the priest leans in and whispers something into her ear. She drives. Nope, she's going to not drive the blade in. She's going to whisper something in her ear and hold the palm of her like free hand that's not holding the dagger right next to her head, and take an attack roll with a necrotic bolt, which will hit and will crit. Roll here. I don't have this. Oh, it does take a moment. Give me my dice to roll. It would have been faster for me to roll my 1d8. $13, 16, 20, 24, 28 necrotic damage. Sarasanda looks very hurt from that. As like just this necrotic blast blows the side of her head. She's like suffers a bit of like side of the head slouch, like the skin sort of like peels away. And then she's going to use a bonus action and point over to behind you, Jim Jammies. Like, so Jim Jams, you watch like this green sickly light, and like it just illuminates the room, and you watch as it looks like she's pointing at you, but nothing seems to happen in that moment until the end of her turn. And the shadow that appeared behind you is going to take an attack roll at you. Oh, I need to get some new shadow stat block.
So you're telling me that
Shadow.
these guys worship this thing that I posted in Game Room Live?
What the fuck is that?
That's Ozzy's bus.
Oh,
That's Randy Rhoads in front of Ozzy's bus.
hilarious.
So
That's not funny, actually. What happened next?
What did happen next?
What's your James? What's your passive perception?
15.
Okay. It does sneak up on you, so I get advantage. 15 to hit.
Misses.
Misses. So it just swipes, and you just like feel this chill on your spine, and you spin, and there's this creepy. You've fought several of them at this point. Just a shadow that has pulled itself out of the wall, trying to drain you. It is now Saru Sonda's turn, but she's paralyzed. So.
that sucks
And
for
when
her.
is that till? Until the start of the priest's next turn. Yep, she's paralyzed. That does suck for her. Gonna close that. Bring this back up. Hunkus, you're up.
Right on. Okay.
A
So I can swing-
charging priest. She's like coming in with her dagger drawn to like try and. She looks like she's about to like duck down and try and put it in between Durnhale's ribs.
All right. I'm gonna
Slide
swing
it
on
between
her.
the plate of his
Is
armor.
that B? Yeah, priest
That is
B.
B. That is
Yep.
B. Do I
Let's
need to clear
swing
more
on.
of the?
No, I got it. I see it. Where the hell's my? Oh, there it is. All right, actions. I'm swinging. Swing away. Oh, that's definitely gonna hit. 29 to hit.
29 hits, yeah. When does when do champions get 18? Is that their level 20 thing?
I think it's a level 20 thing. It's definitely later on. And that was 13 damage on that swing.
Right.
Another swing. That's going to be 24 to hit.
That hits.
13 plus 8. That's 21 so far. And then last swing. Going to be 15 to hit. Does that hit?
15. Let me pull up that sheet. I was looking something up for you. Yep. 15 hits these guys.
So 21 plus 7. So that's going to be 28 total points of damage. And on the last one, I want to knock them prone.
No, it's level 15. Next level.
Oh, it's next level. Okay.
Level right.
Nice.
You guys are level 14 right now. Right?
Yeah, I was looking. It up
we
too, 'cause
are.
I was like, isn't it sooner than that?
Yeah.
I thought it was later. I thought it was
So,
at least 18 or something.
Starting
But
next
yeah,
level,
okay.
you will crit 18, 19, and
18.
20.
Yep.
Sorry, 8 points and then 7 points. So what's that? 15 points?
There's
of damage?
20,
Great.
28 points total and
Yep.
knocked prone.
Oh, knocked prone. Great. So she's like going to slide her dagger into Durnhale, who doesn't see her coming. Durnhale's turned to Sarusanda, and you just immediately just take her out at the knees. She fumbles to the ground. Friend, you're up. You hear another like yell from the hallway next to you as another one's like coming to charge at Jim Jammy, because I don't think that these things recognize you as
As a sentient being.
a
sure.
sentient being. Yeah.
All right. What do I want to do? Well, fuck it. Yeah, if she wants to come in this room, she has to walk through daggers.
A blender.
Yeah, that's how I'll do it.
Great.
But I'll put it.
Are you
where
gonna-
It's on her already.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
not?
So that's a
But
deck
if
save
she
on my
wants to
end.
Stay in that spot, then she'll be in daggers still. Yes.
An 8.
8 fails. Let me roll my damage. I'm not casting it too high level because I need to save them just in case. Sorry, the dice all landed on top of each other and they're shaking in the corner. Okay, 15.
That's
Like a
when that
dog
happens,
coming
like,
out of the
"Come on, do
rain.
something."
yeah, exactly. 15 damage.
15 damage.
And I'll hold. That's me.
Jim Jams. The shadow just like reaches out, just misses you. You hear a yell as one priest, dagger drawn, looking directly at you, begins to run through a cloud of daggers. Her body being shredded a little bit. Behind you, or I don't know how you're facing, but like Sarasanda, who's right next to you, is paralyzed. Another priest, like in your direct line of sight, standing menacingly next to her, the dagger and her hand placed to weave more magic.
You're weaving my magic.
I'm over here weaving.
I got weave on my magic.
I'm gonna weave on her magic. To fuck, I didn't leave enough syllables. Not good at that one. What you doing, Jim Jams?
I'm gonna hit A
Okay.
with
yep.
a. Can I do my gem gun?
You will have disadvantage because the shadow is harassing you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Threatened.
Damn, 14.
14 just hits.
Oh, damn, nice.
Station robes.
They are, yeah, they're just priests in white robes.
That means they're pretty
13
dexterous,
damage. 5 of it is radiant,
13 damage.
and then I'm gonna do the same thing.
Right, we learned that if you right-click the attack, you can attack with advantage or disadvantage, right?
so. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I did not realize that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're on mobile, you just hold it down, and it gives you the options for all the rolls
Okay.
too.
A 12 does miss. She ducks out of the way for the second
10-4.
one. Anything else, Jim Jams?
No, that'll be it.
Okay. Durnhale, you're up. You spin as you hear the priest clatter to the ground. As Hunkus trips it. Obviously, she was gutting for you. Sarusanda is very hurt and paralyzed in the middle of the room. You guys have this one cornered. You can hear the sound of screaming. What are your lights looking like in here, guys? Is the only light in the room Sarusanda's sword?
I mean, I always imagine I emit a bit of a glow, but not enough to like guide
Yeah.
her away. You know?
Yeah. So you can point out friend in the corner.
Mhm.
All right. So that's
It
that's
also
what it
depends.
is.
I mean, I don't think we're getting much light from outside.
No, absolutely none. Not where we are right now.
Oh, no,
especially
we're in the
not.
basement. Never mind.
Yeah. In the house, there like could be some like moonlight streaming in and whatnot. Here, no. It's like this fight is being illuminated by the like blue-white witch light of Sarusanda's like sword that she's holding slack-handed due to being paralyzed. It's a very like the shadows are dancing off the walls fight.
Have we moved into the next day because of the long rest?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Durnhale, it is your turn. Just wanted to clarify what the room looked like.
Thank you.
Fantastic. That is unfortunate. I did not bring lesser restoration to make her not paralyzed. I can make it so that she hopefully doesn't die as fast. So that's what I'll do.
Also, the star, by the way, that's right there is this like creepy statue of a gaunt, pale-faced man wearing a black cloak that, because you all have seen Strahd in your vision, looks passably enough like Strahd for you to recognize it in the flickering light. Just looking down at this fight happening.
Cool. I'm then going to third level
I forgot.
cure wounds on Sarasanda.
Oh, great. Okay.
So at least she hopefully won't die. She'll get 41 back.
Oh, geez, yeah, fantastic. Like the health on her, she goes from being like very close to death to most of her health being restored to her. A lot of the smaller wounds knit shut, leaving no scars. Still paralyzed, but looks much healthier than a moment before.
Awesome. I'm gonna also embodiment of the law that, so that's a bonus action for me.
Those are great rolls, Lehman, for Portland.
Yes.
So that will be my bonus action, and then as my action, is she like kind
How
of
is that
center
your bonus
here, or would I
action?
have to like the cure wounds? I'm able to, as part of the order cleric, turn it into
Okay.
a bonus action.
You got a
Would I need to move over to here to get her cure wounded, or would I be able to?
No, you're good. She's in that space. I'll move her so it looks better.
Okay.
She's in that space.
Then I would like to firebolt priest A.
Okay.
I want to stab Sarasanda.
Okay.
For my action.
It is at disadvantage due to priest B being right there.
Okay. Even though they're,
I'll look it
flat on
up,
their
but
ass.
I'm gonna
Okay.
hold on to that. It is a stance of enemy being within 5 feet of you, but I will look it up while you roll.
Yeah, I mean, and it makes sense that it would still be there because they can still attack.
Yeah, you step away, she's gonna go for your ankles, right? She's
Yeah.
still gonna get the attack.
Okay, well I rolled 16 on the dice twice, so 26.
So that hits.
Do 22 fire. Also, because they took damage, they are going to take an additional 4 radiant.
Additional 4 radiant. You got it. She just slams into the side of her. Her dress catches on fire, and she's now partially nude as she stands in there, sort of like pulling off the burning parts of her robe. Anything else, Turnham?
That will do it.
Willie, you're up.
All right, that
You have a-
priest of Ostibus that is between me and Hunkus,
Prone.
and soon to be skewered. I'm raging. Bonus action. We rage here. Who my captain was, who told me I raged against the whatever, who gave me that speech, don't remember. All I remember is Oak Priest with Trident. This is a reckless attack. So
You already had advantage,
20
brother.
26 to hit.
That was
26
the
does hit.
most reckless attack, being that you didn't need to be reckless at all.
You already had advantage. He's prone.
Oh, I already have a bit. Well, I do need to be reckless for the brutal strike.
Okay, that makes sense. Sorry, I was like, why? Dude?
But he didn't do the brutal strike that time. Let's be clear. Didn't brutal strike that attack.
Well, I have 2 attacks. I'll just use the brutal strike on the other one. That's how it works.
For the love of the sport.
How do you think that calculation works out? Do you think it I reckless attack that gives me advantage, then I brutal strike that removes advantage, and then the target's prone, so
It
that
doesn't.
adds
It, no,
advantage.
it doesn't. It doesn't stack up. A single use of disadvantage or advantage is all that matters. Any additions
Then-
don't.
That would be so much better. 14 to
No,
hit.
it wouldn't. 14 hits.
14. Great.
14 hits. It would not be better at all. Because the
Better
game would
than
just
right
be the meta would be people stacking buffs like a
Yeah, yeah.
Voltron.
20 damage.
20 damage. You got it.
Did I give you
Pierces.
the damage for the first one?
You didn't. No, I thought you were just going to do them both at once.
Then I will roll that. 18.
18.
So
Falls
20 damage.
unconscious. Well, no, she straight up dies. But her tattoos form around her.
Gotcha. Got tattoos here.
Tattoos.
That's
roll me a d6, David.
oh shit, a d6. A 4.
A 4. All of the flesh on the priest burns away immediately. Then the skeleton crumbles, leaving only its skull. The tattoos remain etched into the skull, carved into its forehead.
I don't know if that means they're going to come back or not. Someone should stomp on that skull. Yeah, that's it. There you go.
It's a pretty
There's turn.
gross image you could just put in my head.
Thanks.
Is it? Is that the grossest thing?
No,
We
it's
could
not.
call
I didn't
them
say it was the
gross.
grossest. I just
Uh,
I didn't
it's
think I
that
was gonna
guy's turn
picture
now.
somebody's
So
flesh and bones
I feel like
melting.
for something to be gross, it has to be wet.
It just
Does that
made me
make
think
sense?
of. It made me think of the Indiana Jones. You know,
Mhm.
and I was
Oh,
really
yeah.
young when I saw that,
Everything
and
melted.
so it brought me back to that. You know,
Ron, was it like a wet melt or a dry melt?
a wet melt.
Okay. Yeah.
mm,
Then
like
that
like
is
from
gross.
Arby's.
In fact, that's actually human meat.
Nice.
What's fireball? A 30-foot? No, 20-foot.
Why would you fireball?
So the head, that the skull that was on the ground, catches this green necrotic flame around it as it floats up into the air.
No.
All of the flame pulls together and then it just detonates.
Well, you're gonna. Is it fireball centered on it?
No, I can throw it. It's a cast. It's
Oh,
a
okay.
cast. And
I was like-
I'm being cheeky with it. It's got a 16 intelligence. It's smart.
Sure.
So I'm catching everybody but my two friends. I am catching the shadow. To be fair, can't not catch the shadow.
It's gonna be bright, so either way, the shadow would have disappeared, right?
That's not how the shadow monsters work.
Oh damn.
No,
Okay.
but also Shadow the Hedgehog is just really fast, so
But what I'll give it disadvantage. I'll be kind. It's not technically sunlight, but I'll give it disadvantage on the save because it is very bright. It's being flashbang.
Actually,
I
Trevor,
rolled it.
I'll have you
I
know
rolled it.
that
Come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch ass motherfucker. He pissed on my.
Oh shit! Called
Sounds-
out.
bitch
Okay,
ass
so that-
motherfucker.
Deck save
pissed on
from
my
everybody, please.
fucking wife.
Deck save, hardly know
Deck
her.
save
What
from
the
everybody.
fuck?
I wish I had evasion.
Like crud.
13.
Ooh,
That's a big old fail for me.
you should get evasion for a natural 20.
20,
That's my thoughts.
25,
Natural 20.
I need something to up my dex save.
30.
Willie's a 15.
You can have some of mine, bro. I got too much.
Lehman fails. Willie succeeds. Hunkus fails. Friend succeeds. Jim Jammy meets it, beats it.
Oh damn, nice. I thought I was gonna
Jim
fail.
Jammy meets it, beats it. Only a DC 13. Jim Jammy, what I'll say, just to give you a reminder, Jim Jammy, you can, as a reaction, save Lehman. You can flash of genius him.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that.
It's the only one of your friends that can be
Saved right now.
saved in that way. Yeah. Hunkus is
And it will automatic save me.
The dice rolls aren't like popping up for me when so I gotta click on the thing to remind myself.
It's
yeah,
all good.
100%.
I think Hunkus being the only one that fails here, I think Hunkus is gonna do the Captain America jumps on the grenade.
That makes sense.
It still like blasts out and you all take the little bit of damage that you're gonna take, but Hunkus takes the brunt of it. Just like grabs the skull and puts it to his chest. It is 31 points of fire damage, Hunkus.
That's not too
And
bad.
then everybody else takes 15 points of fire damage. Or you succeed. Anyways, you're down.
I was like,
Guys,
Immediately.
friend is actually super. It's his weakness. We haven't dealt fire damage to him all campaign.
he is triple vulnerable to fire.
It isn't even that. It'll
It would
just
have to
kill
be
him. He's
more
like
than
a
triple, I think.
what's that one Pokemon that's like
It turns out
vulnerable to
he's
so
not made
many
out of-
things?
Turns out he's not made of basalt. He's made out of coal.
He just sets on fire immediately. So the skull lets out 15 feet of dim light, so it's also now illuminating the section. It didn't take any damage, just so I didn't roll him. It's immune to fire damage.
Right,
The
yeah.
flames just blow past it. Great. That's its turn. Brings us to C, who's going to run through the daggers and go for Jim Jams. Oh, that guy took 31. The shadow's fucking dead. The blast blows and the shadow is just on the wall, gone.
I'm watching this guy have this GMC Suburban on the back of his tow truck, and he's just rocking this shit super. I'm
Is that
just
what that
watching
sound
it.
is?
Yeah,
I was wondering
dude,
what
come
that
to my
sound
room.
was, dude. I'm gonna come look.
Come to my room real quick.
Jim Jams, you're being attacked.
I know.
Priest runs up. Just wanted you to be clear.
No, I'm gonna fucking punch this shadow in the face. Watch this guy do this shit.
Shadow's gone.
Okay.
A 19. Yeah, 19 to hit Jim Jams.
Yeah, that hit. Well, no, actually, that is not hit.
That does not hit. Are we
Nope.
sure? Great.
Yeah, I have 21.
Great. She goes to slide the dagger into you, and it slides off your armor. She goes to attack one more time.
Do it.
Nope, misses. You just like push her arm away so that it misses. She's going to point in the exact same fucking spot and make a new shadow.
It looks like he was explaining it to him, but yeah, no. She can try. I'm gonna punch this one.
And then so the shadow's going to take a swing at you. Ooh, a 21. A 21.
Meets it, beats it.
Nishi Bishi. Roll me a D4.
Oh man.
Wait, so the shadow
That
didn't
doesn't sound
die
good.
or came back?
another
She
one came
summoned
up.
a new shadow.
cool,
She
cool.
summoned a new shadow.
Cool.
3.
She actually needs to fucking move out of that dagger. A 3, you lose 3 strength.
Oh man, what the fuck?
Wait, she moved.
And she did move out of the
I get an attack of
thing.
opportunity.
Oh, you fucking do. You guy.
I
Let's
lose
see if I
3
had the rock.
strength.
You lose 3 strength.
Ugh.
And you take 12
17
points
hit.
of necrotic damage. 12 points of necrotic. 17 hits.
Oh, I didn't mean to click that. My bad.
6 points of piercing.
How much
damage.
necrotic?
I think I said 12. I think I said 12 points of necrotic damage.
6 piercing
6 piercing.
To her-
You just poke her
to her foot.
to her foot. Oh! Ooh! Split the foot a little bit. It's gonna sting. All right.
She's got a foot
Lehman.
sting. It doesn't specify in the Driftblow description. It just says you say the command word. It doesn't specify that it's an action, but I'm assuming it would be an action to activate the Driftblow
I should have used
for
this one.
daylight.
Let's find out.
Reaction to speak, brother.
is a free action to speak. That's what I'm thinking, but I just want to pull up Drift Globe. We're gonna say free action to speak right now because D&D Beyond's being super slow.
Okay. Yeah, the description I've got just says it's just you speak the command word and the daylight effect goes. Speaking of the other one, it makes it rise in the air and float. So I will go ahead and do that and basically drop it where it is. And I will go ahead and cast Steel Wind Strike.
Great. Yep.
So
And can you catch them all?
no, because the Steel Wind Strike, I will end up in adjacent to one of the enemies, one of the targets. So I have 4 people.
Yes, 4 people. Yep, the shadows.
All right. So the first one up between B. Target B is 29 to hit,
Oh yeah, that hits.
and that will be 25 points of damage. The next one I will do is the shadow.
It's slashing, right?
I believe it's force damage.
Force. Great. Even better. Even better. Thought it was a physical.
Would you?
All right. Second one, the shadow.
Okay.
19.
Yep.
All right. He will
Oh, I should
take
have. It's fine.
29 points.
Dead. Just carves through it. Just this like, you know, the anime slash through the shadow as it's split into 2 and fades away.
All right. The next one is going to be I'll go Priest A.
Okay.
20.
That hits.
Take 39 points.
Oof. That one falls unconscious on the ground. Well, dies. You straight up kill it. Like slash through the chest. Dead. The tattoos spawn. Roll me a d6.
Six.
6. Okay, roll for the next one.
The last one is a 26 to hit.
This was a Steel Wind Strike.
That hits. It was a Steel Wind Strike. Yeah.
25 points.
25 points. That one's still standing. The slash carves through one of her arms, sort of like leaving it limp, but she's still kicking. The one you knocked down, her skin becomes bone white, and she just like emanates this aura of just more evil. Definitely, whatever the tattoo did as it takes place is has made her more powerful.
Okay. But I have to end up within 5 feet of one of them, so that's where I'm going to be.
Great.
Great.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
This one, the one who's become pale bone white, stands up. He casts. Circle of Death.
Jeez.
Um,
It's about the worst circle you can cast, I think.
60 foot, right? I don't know if I can make it so that she and her buddy don't get hit by this. Because this room is so fucking small.
Small.
Yeah, absolutely not. There's nowhere I can put it.
Mhm.
But such is the fate of the damned. My life for Ner'zhul. So everybody makes Constitution saving throws.
Life for Ozzy's buzz.
My
Look,
wife.
look.
For all time.
That's what Randy Rhodes said.
Sorry, I'm just recognize it.
Wait, what save?
Trevor,
Con
So-
save.
Trevor, to answer your question about Randy Rhodes and the Aussie bus thing, that's how Randy Rhodes died. He was an amateur pilot, and he was flying a plane, and he was buzzing Aussie's bus, and he accidentally crashed into the bus.
Oh my God.
14,
Yep.
18, 14.
What a fucking goober.
Not a crazy train,
Okay.
a crazy
so
plane.
all of my guys succeed. Hunka succeeds. Jamie succeeds. Willie succeeds.
24.
You succeed. Lehman succeeds.
Oh,
Sarasanda needs to roll.
I forgot to roll. What was it?
Yeah, con save.
Con save.
Fucking Sarasanda beefs it.
I'm flying on a plane to the crazy bus.
Yeah, she fucking beefs it with a 9.
20.
20? You succeed. The only person that fails is Sarasanda.
And I take half. Because it's necrotic, yeah.
It is necrotic. So does the Flame Skull. Flame Skull also takes half.
Pizza skull. Sorry, there's a in that Hello from the Magic Tavern, the podcast. There's a floating skull made of pizza that loves pizza and eats pizza.
I love pizza.
16,
Nice.
17, 23, 31, 32 points of necrotic damage for all of you, halved to 16. Sarasanda takes all 32.
Sick. I'll take 8. Thank you.
Yep, you take it. The priest C falls unconscious, and I get to make a roll.
D6 roll.
Yep, a d6 roll. Fangs seem to appear out of the corner of her mouth that pierce her like bottom lips. She seems to have become vampiric in death. That guy takes. So I took 16 necrotic. We have 8 necrotic. Doesn't matter. The flame skull still falls unconscious as well. Actually, or dies. And I roll another.
What is it? We have to
D6.
attack the tattoos or something? Like, or is it
and
we have to roll a 1 or what is it?
I literally
This-
had to beat the fuck out of the tattoo to like
Yeah, it
get
wasn't-
them to stop coming up.
The skull clatters to the ground, and you see the skull also spawns a pair of fangs.
Oh, wow.
Becomes vampiric.
Vampire skull.
Very funny. Very funny. Oh, hey. Friend,
Yeah.
how much damage did you take from the fireball?
What was it?
You just took 8, so
Yeah. Let me.
9 plus 8.
There you go.
Fireball was-
32
do that
minus 117. 15. Have that
15.
again.
Oh,
So give yourself
sick.
7 more hit points. It's actually necrotic damage. My bad.
Oh,
All of the flame skull's damage is actually necrotic damage.
wonderful. Thank you.
Great. That's its turn. It's Sarasanda's turn. No longer paralyzed. She sort of like comes out of it as the like all of that happened around her, and she turns on the priest right next to her, and she's gonna let her rage show. She's so fucking pissed. Silver longsword. She's just gonna grab it with 2 hands actually and swing. That hits. Evan. Jesus Christ. 16, 17. 11 plus 7. She just she grabs her like wraith fire blade with two hands and swings it down and carves the blade goes like 2/3 of the way into the priest's chest, and the tattoos form and she collapses to the ground. All of her skin immediately sloughs off, the bones leaving, and just a skull remains. That's still pale white, the skull, like the skin was before.
Still with
Sarasanda,
tattoos on it, right?
he's still with tattoos. Sarasanda takes her second attack, brings the sword up, point down, and goes to bury it into the forehead, where the like nexus of the tattoos are. She'll roll with advantage. One that hits. For this. AC 15. It has 15 hit points. D10. 8 plus. And with that, the blade pierces the skull and it shatters. And there's this like unholy scream as all of the souls that were held in the tattoo are released. And Sarasanda fucking murks that one.
Nice.
And that's Sarasanda's turn. Hunkus, you're up. You are also standing above a technically prone, fallen to the ground skull with little tiny fangs in it.
Hunkus,
Is that the
throw it
What?
over here into the blade.
Into the blender.
Just grab it and huck it.
is that the priest? This one
Priest
here.
B. Yeah, it's that one right there.
Yeah. Can I throw the skull? Can I pick it up and throw it?
It will be a dex check to throw it correctly.
I am not good at that.
You know,
Can I pick
I
it
think
up
you're smart
and
enough
walk
to
it
know
over
if you're not
there?
good.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. You can do that.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to pick the skull up.
And dispose of it in the trash can.
So 5, 10, 15, 20 feet.
Go
Can I
stand between Friend and Jim Jams right there.
there,
Okay.
Yeah. And then you can just put it in. Good enough.
Just kind of like hold it out like a chunk of metal up against a grinder.
No, leave it right there.
We got
Roll
him
the
stuck.
damage. Roll the damage. Friend.
Yeah.
I think that is a
That's
use
13.
object ability or action.
So he used an action.
Is that just a full action? Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You know what? No.
Sure, it's an attack to grab him and throw him, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Throw attack, like
So
in
we'll
Baldur's
take
Gate.
one attack. We'll take one attack away, and you get the rest of your attack.
Oh, okay. I'll still do 2 attacks. I'll do that.
Because it's still there. The skull still not dead. It hasn't shattered away. There's like resistance as you go to like push it into the cloud of daggers.
But I can
you
just
can-
straight up attack it, right?
You could attack it, or you can keep pushing it into the blender.
How much damage did the blender do?
13.
13. I'm gonna swing on it 2 more times
Alright.
and see what we do. Just
All right, so
directly
you
at
just
it.
you just like you take it, you just like put it down on the ground.
I
pull
just
out your
drop
staff.
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got it.
Just pure strength. When all else fails,
Okay. Roll the hit.
that's gonna be a 24 to hit.
That hits.
And the first attack's gonna be 11 points of damage. And
Good
then
enough
the
to
other-
shatter it at this point. It had 2 hit points
Oh, okay.
left.
Perfect.
With after the cloud of daggers, so it shatters the same scream as souls are dispersed.
Nice. Okay. And
Um,
then
just that one left.
can I move here and swing on that
would
one?
hurt
You
if
will
did
you will
that.
take cloud of daggers.
Am I in?
damage.
Is that in? Oh, I see it. I couldn't see
Yeah.
the. I see.
Yeah,
You will get
take cloud of
Cuisinarted.
daggers.
All right. Then I'm just gonna stay there and take a reaction if anything gets too close to me.
You got it, boss. Friend. You just move it. Great. Do the damage.
And then I'm gonna step forward to lock her in.
She can squeeze by Lehman into that little
Oh
alcove
yeah,
right there.
you're right.
But dealer damage.
15.
15. Enough to knock her unconscious. Roll a d6 for me, friend.
Oh, I don't have one in front of me. Here we go.
This is the first time this one's been knocked unconscious. The other
3.
two you guys knocked down twice.
I thought we gave this one fangs.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This one had fangs, right?
Did I miss? Did I not actually knock it unconscious in my stats? That means your 15 points of damage by moving the cloud of daggers just annihilates her body, and the
Okay.
screams emanate. My bad.
You're
Didn't
good.
mark down her health. She had 14 health left for me.
Sick.
That is the end of combat.
All right. I get rid of that as soon as she's dead.
Their bodies weirdly, even that, well, the other two were like skulls, so it made sense. Even her body seems to just like vanish as the tattoos are destroyed. Sarasanda like slides down to the ground, sheathes her sword. I think that just leaves friend. No, we've got a daylight globe over on the ground, so it's very bright in this room.
Mm-hmm.
She just slides to the ground. Her eyes are have the same like wraith flames in them. She doesn't actually have eyes. She's very much got like demon hunter eyes, but instead of fell green, they're this like whitish blue. And she just sort of like slides to the ground and sort of like looks despondent. Thanks. I don't know if I would have survived that without you. Especially you, cleric. What's your name again?
Durnheil.
Darnell. Thank you. I think that's the last of the priests here. My mission's complete, but I felt that presence. Is your mission complete?
We just can't leave. We got our rod.
Good. I'm glad you got the rod, but getting Strahd's attention here is not great.
Yeah, we'll kill him. We just gotta find him.
My dear.
Kill him?
Well, he said ask me to leave is what he said. But if we can
I
get
don't-
to him without taking much more damage, we could probably kill him, I think.
I don't think you guys know what you're facing. He is.
You think so?
He's next to a god here.
Oh yeah, because it's like his domain or whatever.
It's yes, the domain of dread is his. Nobody comes and goes without his say so. I'll do what I can though, as payment, and maybe to make up a little bit for the trouble I caused you here. I will do what I can to help get you out of here without any sort of trouble. So I know I've been on my own adventure. Would you mind if I traveled with you the rest of the way?
I look around, make sure everybody else is cool with it, because of course I am.
I get an
Um,
insight checker.
I'll go ahead.
Where's your head at? Where's your head at? Where's my insight? Oh, I could roll advantage on this bitch. Dirty 20. One of the dice is digitally cocked.
Digitally?
Yeah, it literally was. It was cocked. I don't know how I feel about that, but we'll let it go.
She's definitely like truthful in what she just said, right? There's definitely many things bothering her. And she's just seems to be like deflated. Very much she knows that if you guys had not seemingly teleported into the room, she would be knifed to death, like at this very moment. So that's definitely weighing on her. There's definitely something she's also not telling you with a dirty 20. You don't think that is like necessarily a bad
Evil
thing
or something.
Evil, yeah. She's not maliciously withholding information to try and like get you into Strahd's clutches, but like she's an inquisitor. She's like literally a person of secrets, right?
Oh, for sure.
She's back.
Yeah, I'm just gonna I'm gonna be like, you're not a vampire now, are you?
And she pulls up like a grill check. She like pulls up her lips, and goes, "Not yet, not yet. Anyway,
Hey, vampires here, are they tubes like straws, or are they like scrape and lick, or poke and
What?
suck? You know, there's like the three different kinds. So some people, the vampires, they have tubes in their teeth and they suck blood
Oh.
up through them. And then some of them they just scrape and then they lick it off. And then others they puncture and they suck out.
I'm a puncture kind of guy.
Okay, but no tube in the tooth.
We're not tubing. There's no
Okay,
tubes.
okay,
No tubes and teeth. Yeah, we're puncture and suck kind of guys here.
No tube toothy.
No tube teeth.
Scrape and lick's the weird one. We can all agree.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I will go ahead and set the drift globe to start floating.
Yeah, you can
Great.
you can come with us, Sarah Sunda.
Okay,
I-
well, thank you.
Do have an idea for getting out of here.
I'm all ears.
Everybody circle up. And I'm going to cast plane shift back to our teleportation circle at the bastion.
Okay. Mark off the spell slot.
It's just a Hail Mary, see what happens, but we'll see.
And then oh, actually, no. Just kidding. I know what I'm gonna do. You all find yourself suddenly in a graveyard. Countless headstones dot a barren landscape as far as you can see, and a pale full moon looms over the horizon. Just an endless graveyard. Not a well-kept one. Every once in a while, there's like the creepy dead tree with no leaves on it that's looming there. You all seem to be standing next to headstones, and each one of you in turn looks down and sees the headstone has your name on it.
Lehman yawns.
Does it say friend?
Fantastic.
It does just say friend. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I dig? Is there
Yeah.
something to
You dig down and very quickly find a coffin.
I open it.
An illusion of Strahd's corpse is within.
Okay.
Fades, turns into bats as you like recognize what it is, and flies away.
I thought there'd be another trident in here, honestly.
The coffin still sits beneath you, open and empty now.
Guys, do you think I should lay down in this coffin?
Is there anything else around?
Endless headstones.
All right,
One
I
after
lay
another.
down in the coffin.
Yeah,
You lay down in
probably.
the coffin. Do you close the coffin on top of you?
Yes.
Nobody knows what happens, but Willie, you vanish.
Well, I go down there and open his coffin to see if he's in there still.
He's gone. Willie's gone.
I lay in his and close it.
Nothing happens. There's a couple heartbeats.
I stay in there.
Go by. Okay. Does anybody go check on friend? Anybody walking around finds more as you follow the headstones have different names as it goes along, until eventually you find that they repeat, and you find Willie, Hunkus, Friend, Durnhale, Sarusanda, Lehman.
Someone dig up the Willy coffin. The second one, the new one.
The second, you're not there. Shut up.
I mean, I'm not gonna wait longer than a minute before I open the coffin and look around like, what the fuck, guys?
Yeah. You nothing for you. Willie's gone though.
Willie had the right idea. I go start digging up my grave.
Okay. Yours is empty. It's about 50-50. Some of you, as you dig up your graves, find an illusion of Strahd that turns into bats and flies away. And some of you find just empty coffins next to your grave. Does everybody pull out their coffins and get in them?
Are we still in this room?
No, you're
We're
like in a haunted
graveyard,
zone.
an
You're in a
endless haunted graveyard.
So nowhere on the map.
Nowhere
No.
on the map.
Okay, just making sure.
With this, the map is showing the skull that says "fuck" at the moment.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna screenshot that. I forgot about that.
Fuck. Yeah, so I get in my grave.
Great. Shut the lid.
Mm-hmm.
And you disappear as well.
Follow suit.
I'll hop in my grave.
Right.
Alright.
Sarasanda digs up her own, lifts it open, gets in. And you all fade away as you hear Strahd's laughter. End up in this room.
How does that laughter go? Nice.
Mark Hamill's the Joker.
Yeah, Mark Hamill's Joker's at you. Strahd, as voiced by Mark Hamill.
You all
Mark Jokel's hammer.
this is a good one. You all stand in the storage room, covered in the sheets yourselves.
Oh, sick. I don't.
You've got like little ghosts.
I stay still.
costumes.
I stay still and don't take mine off.
Sarasana rips hers off and throws it on the ground and goes, "Ugh. The jokes of a madman." She like begins going around. Are we all here? Are we all safe? Head count.
Hello.
It appears
Great.
so.
Great.
I'm a
Awesome.
vacuum cleaner.
Oh fuck.
I suspected it
all
didn't
right.
work, but it was worth a shot.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll pull the sheet off. I'm like, all right.
What's this door?
That's a window.
Anything cool?
You look
out
out it. Fog. Because the like mist has wrapped around the house.
What's under this?
I think
sheet?
there's one like really like it's really fucking odd because the mist completely avoids the moonlight. So like the full moon bears down on the house and the mist circles around it. Under that sheet, a grand piano.
I'm gonna play a song.
Roll a performance check.
Let's see it. You a good boy? Yeah. Your mom's downstairs. She can let you out. Yeah. You just gotta tell her. 22.
22. Soaring.
I play the beginning of Dressed for
beautiful.
Friend Requests.
Great.
Mother!
All right, where are you guys going? Where are you guys going from here? Random Leafs. Which room are you going
What's
to?
in this room?
Let's look and see
Yeah,
what's in
that-
that room. Lehman opens that door.
Looks in. Bedroom.
Bedroom, yeah. The room contains a narrow bed, a nightstand, a rocking chair, and an empty wardrobe, and a small iron stove.
Goes out there and starts barking instantly.
Nothing of real note. Another window that looks out up beyond the house right there. Hunkus, do you open that door?
Yeah, I'll open this door. Looks like another bedroom.
Contains a narrow bed, a nightstand, a writing desk, and a rocking chair.
Any
Other
Strahds
bedroom.
in there?
No Strahds. No Strahds.
There's
Just
no
dust.
stairs up, right?
Friend, as you hold on, I just gotta read something. Okay, friend, you walk through that door and you vanish.
Which one? This one?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
When you walked through that door to go down the stairs, you walked past Lehman. Lehman, you watch friend vanish. The moment his like hand passes through the door, he seems to be like pulled through and vanishes.
Oh, that's different.
Lehman also vanishes the moment they walk through that door for the rest of you.
I'm gonna put my phone
Hmm.
here. Just
I'm going in too.
Great. Sarasanda like watches that happen and like immediately runs to jump through as well.
You guys
Jim
better
Jammy and Willie?
follow.
Jim Jamie and Willie?
Yeah, I'll fucking hop through.
That's not where we're gonna end up, but Lehman put himself there, so we're just gonna sit there
Just
for a
temporarily move.
yeah, just so that we see who's left.
Who's
Jim
left?
Jams?
Yeah,
I'll move you, buddy.
thank you.
Okay. You're all seated in ornate chairs on the edge of a dimly lit parlor. 8 ghostly figures sit in identical chairs to either side of you. At the parlor's far end, a pale man at a harpsichord slowly plinks out a haunting eulogy?
How's it spelled?
Eulogy?
Elegy.
Elegy.
Elegy. I know eulogy is like something you do at a funeral, so it didn't seem right.
Yeah.
The ghostly figures listen to the song with rapt attention. Have you guys been in this room before? Okay, look.
I feel like we've been in a lot of
yeah.
rooms, right?
Yep, it looks a lot like the room. Here, I'll put you guys in it. It's the room down here.
This one?
Nope. Oh, deep lag. There we go. Really did not like me dragging Durnham.
Could you see me like circling you the whole time?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Looks like this room. Very much looks like this room.
But it's not.
But it's not this room. It's definitely like there's no doors in the room. Like the doors that usually leave aren't there. And if you outside the windows, instead of like the gray mist floating by, it's just pitch black, a featureless black void. So what do you guys do? You're all sitting in chairs, listening to this haunting music being plucked on a harpsichord.
Is it Strahd playing?
You look over, and it does seem to be yet another Strahd plucking at the harpsichord.
Hold on. I would like to go play the harpsichord as well. I'll just sit in his lap.
He immediately, as the moment you begin to walk towards him, Willie. Let's zoom in. Select. We're gonna put Hunkus there, Sarasanda there, Durnhale there, Jimmy there, Lehman there, friend there. Willie begins to walk over to the harpsichord. The moment Willie walks over to the harpsichord, Strahd stops playing, scowls at you, and disappears. The harpsichord lights up this bright violet purple as 8 specters fly out of the harpsichord
No.
and swarm Willie.
Leave Willie alone.
Am I rolling initiative here?
We're all rolling initiative.
We're all rolling initiative. Okay.
Token.
That's a big old 3 for me.
Harp's a chord. More like harp's about 30 chords.
Remember, I roll with advantage, and 3 was the better number. That's how trash my rolls are.
Vector. Hardly
Hardly
know
know
her.
her. Perfect.
Do you want them to all go at once, or do you want me to roll 8 separate initiatives? I'll let you decide.
I'm here for the 8 separate initiatives.
Yeah,
You got it.
it's safer.
Yes, exactly. I don't like it when all of the enemies like can attack in like one go, and then we're all just like sitting there watching them like
I'd be
obliterate
cool
our
with 4
friends.
separate initiatives as well.
4 separate initiatives. Packs of
Yeah.
2. I like packs of 2.
There you go. Yeah, we'll compromise.
I rolled 1 really good roll and 3 really shitty rolls. Token browser. Add all tokens. Ungradable. Okay. They have +2 to the initiative. 4. 4. 6. 7. 7. Rid of the timer. And then Sarasanda's roll. He gets the +2. 13. And then is this correct for everybody? 9. Yeah, it's correct. 14, 3, 5, 12. Great. Great. Start combat. Spectre A and B get their turn. A 22 to hit. And a 19 to hit, Willie.
13 and 19, you say?
No, a 22 and
A
a
20?
19.
Yeah, those both hit. What happened to the 13?
Nobody said 13 but you.
I'm pretty sure that 22 is supposed to be 13.
You are the only one who brought out the number 13. Ooh. Deep. Oh, I rolled 4 6s in a row. 24 points of necrotic damage.
Oofa.
And your maximum hit points are reduced by 24.
Yeah, I'm glad we did split initiatives. They all went first. Will he be dead?
8 plus 9 is 17, and another 17 points of necrotic damage. And your maximum hit points is reduced by 17. That's their turn. It is now Willie's turn.
I
The
rage.
ghosts spiral around you like this, like tornado of just like white ghosts.
Yeah, I rage. I'm going to reckless attack or not to reckless attack. I think we're not reckless attacking. We're playing it safe. The ghost above me, between me and Jim Jams.
You've essentially got a tornado. Like, pick them, but like you're just swinging into the tornado. You know.
Yeah. Actually, wait.
I would go for the ones in the corner that we can't reach.
We're actually, you know what? We're actually. Oh wait, does it have to be a magic weapon to hit them?
Probably.
You don't know, buddy. You don't know, buddy.
I need a
What's your
magic great
intelligence?
axe. Never mind. 18 to hit,
18 hits.
14 damage,
What kind of damage?
piercing.
Piercing takes half.
29 to hit,
29 hits.
piercing damage.
16 piercing damage. Cut in half. You're swinging into the tornado of ghosts.
And that one's gone?
No.
No, okay. Can I knock it prone?
You try, and it is immune.
Mhm.
It is a tornado of ghosts.
Honestly, I think one of our wizards should just cast a fireball right the fuck on top of me. I can take it. It will probably do less damage than fighting with these ghosts for another round.
That's Willie's turn. Friend.
Well,
They all seem really focused on Willie, by the way. They're like, they don't seem to get, because all of you stayed in your chairs so far. So they all are like wailing and spinning around Willie, like taking swipes at him with their incorporeal clawed hands.
I can take it, friend. Do it. I can take it.
okay. Well, I'm not a fireball type of guy, but I can attempt something similar. Let's see.
Willie's not a masochist. He just wants to see if he can take it or not.
Can I position this? I'm gonna have to hit
No.
Jim too.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to put the middle of the thing in the house.
Yeah.
That's the rule.
Yeah. So I could do here, right? And hit. I'd have to hit Jim and Willie. I don't know if it's worth it with Jim being a D8 caster. D8 hit die guy.
That's the
You're good. Sorry, I'm muted.
And it'll hit Durnhill.
It's gonna hit Durnhill too.
It's gonna hit Durnhill too.
Okay. It's not...
Can I do just like the thumbs up, like slow nod?
I don't know if this is worth it or hitting Durnhill too. Fuck it. Yeah.
You can
All
take
right.
it.
Well, I'm gonna move. So these.
Okay,
two
so they're
are
gonna take
attacks.
two. Yeah, these two are swinging on you from the tornado. A 16 and a 22.
One hit.
Eleven points of necrotic damage for you, half to 5. Your hit points are reduced by 5.
All right. Is that gonna be a sleeping thing?
Yeah, that's a long rest problem.
How do I even
That's
mess
a
with it? I don't even know how to adjust it.
David knows how. I think you go to your health, and you can override the maximum. I think.
Override max. I see. Okay. So reduced by 5 would be
127. I believe.
All right. Cool. Got it. Thank you. Yeah, and then everybody, including Jim, Durnhill, and Willie, need to make intelligence saving throws.
Ooh, okay. +0 to me.
Saving throw.
There's a thing I'm incredibly good at with my whopping +0.
You said intelligence?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6.
Okay.
DC 17.
Yeah, that's a 9.
8. I have all 8 of my d20s, even my one big one. We're just rolling all of them at once.
I rolled so bad. What the
I
fuck,
got
bro?
1 natural 20.
I thought this was gonna be a fireball.
It's the
I was
same
prepared.
damage. It's 8d6. That's what a fireball is. It's the same damage. But I rolled a 16, brother.
What's my DC to beat? What do I have to beat?
17.
17. Two of my guys succeeded.
Oofa doofa.
Two of my guys
All right.
succeeded.
Well, everybody who failed takes 16 damage. Everybody who passed takes 8. On a failed save, the target also has muddled thoughts for 1 minute. During that time, it subtracts a d6 from all attack rolls and ability checks, as well as any Constitution saving throws to maintain concentration. Targets
What
make an
kind of
intelligence
damage?
saving throw at the end of their turns, ending the effect on itself if successful.
What kind of damage?
Psychic.
Psychic. Okay.
What kind of save? Deck save?
It was an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, okay.
That one.
Willie had the look of horror on his
Is
face.
the 21 save it?
Yeah, you
Not a
pass.
fireball. This is
So
a
you
much
just
more
take 8
thick
damage.
spell.
8,
Of what kind of damage?
8
psychic.
psychic damage.
Okay.
16.
And then Durnhell and Willie both take 16 psychic
16.
damage and subtract a d6 from all attacks, rolls, ability checks, and Constitution saving throws to maintain concentration.
Great. Anything else, friend?
No.
You got it. Sarasanda's turn. She's going to run here.
That's called synaptic static, by the way.
She's going to actually just run and jump and like hug Willie. And say, hold on to me. And I'm going to need draw. No. Overlays. No, I guess it might just be everybody. Yeah. Hold on.
Hunkus is out of
Drew-
that, surely.
I drew it 1 foot too big. I drew it 1 foot too big. Say Hunkus, friend, and Lehman are out of it. Yeah.
I'm fine with
Yeah.
it being on me if it has to. But I feel like Hunkus and Lehman are out for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you 3 are out. And it's the same 3. I need you all to make Constitution saving throws. Oh, it's no. Oh, I'm dumb. I thought this was a centered on me thing.
She's not even gonna go over there. Never mind.
Never mind. Just Jim Jams.
And Willie?
And Willie, yeah, thank you. And Willie. Jim Jams and Willie. Jim Jams and Willie need to make me Constitution saving throws. I will roll 7 of my things again.
I rolled a 29.
That's a success. DC 15 con save on these goobers. Con is still 0, so I need to have 15 on the die. That's a reroll. That's not good enough. 1 success. Then how many d8s? 68. 26 plus 4, 30 points of force damage. Willie, what did you get? Willie.
For a Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
13.
13? That's a fail.
It's a fail.
You take
34.
30 points. You take 30 points of force damage. All of the specters are annihilated.
Nice.
So that ends combat.
I loosened him up
Ooh.
more.
Mm-hmm.
There was a chance I could have rolled enough damage to kill them all with the 1 hit. It seems like. But God, fucking terrible roll. How
When
much-
you said
how much health
intelligence
did they
saving
have?
throw, I was like, whoa, wait, intelligence saving throw?
Willie and like all of the chairs that weren't being sat in and the harpsichord are all sucked into the center of the sphere, which was actually this corner. So they're all like pulled into the corner of that room and they slam into one another. As all of the specters slam into the wall, they disappear. Willie just sits. You're also knocked prone, Willie, for failing. You just sit on the ground, dazed and confused after everything that just happened. Oh, also, you would have subtracted a d6 on that save.
Did she just use an illithid ability?
It's called implode.
Oh.
It's a. I would call it dunamancy.
Yeah, it is. It seems very much like that illithid ability where it does the same thing.
And for like Lehman and Durnhale and Hunkus, who has like an understanding of the arcane, and Jim Jam, you all watch a spell cast that you've very rarely seen something like that. A manipulation of gravity. Great. You guys are still in this room. You have not left.
I live here now.
The ghostly figures remain. The harpsichord sits like was pulled towards Willie. You all like look at it and you're like, that harpsichord should have been knocked over in all of that and was not. It's still standing erect, ready to be played.
Yeah, I'm gonna go play that harpsichord now.
Okay, make me a performance check.
Oh,
9 specters come out.
Still raging, right? Does raging help?
Absolutely not. Wait, no, don't you have a thing that you can replace? Isn't that a barbarian thing? You need to know your barbarian things, but like, isn't there a thing that you get to replace all of your checks with strength if you're raging? Am I crazy? Am I thinking that up?
sounds crazy.
Barbarian.
I've never heard these words. I don't think.
Barbarian. Hold on. I'm gonna once again be like, David, you need to know your barbarian.
Maybe
stuff.
it's a higher level thing?
In addition, while your rage is active, it's a level 3 thing. In addition, while your rage is active, you can channel primal power when you attempt certain tasks. Whenever you make an ability check using one of the following, it's a following skill.
Okay.
You can make it as a strength check, even if it normally uses a different ability. Acrobatics, intimidation, perception, stealth, or survival. Okay,
That
not
makes more
performance.
Is there? That's cool.
Stealth is funny.
Okay. Yeah,
Survival.
stealth is funny. I like the stealth of like, you don't fucking see shit.
Survival.
It's
Pick
an
up a
18 on
tree.
performance, a
19?
19 on the die. It's pretty good.
Surprisingly, guys, but even friend, you kind of are like, oh, he's got some skills. Willie finishes playing the beautiful elegy that Strahd was playing. He finishes the chords.
Mm.
And you all
I clap
fade away. The room fades away.
in a slow clap.
I think it's just easier for it to just be this room again. I think it just fades away, and you guys are all in this room as it was. Like there's the scorch marks of your previous battle in here remain. You know,
Oh no.
not the battle you just had. You guys fought priests in here. Remember?
Oh, okay, so it's this room.
Yeah, you're back
Yeah,
in
it's
the
actual
like
this
the
room.
room proper. Yeah. The
Ah.
door has appeared. The mists are outside the window. Like you guys fucked with the chairs.
This
If I remember
stuff is
correctly.
messed up. You two need to roll intelligence saving throws over and over.
I'm sure it fades.
All right,
I'm not
it
gonna make them
fades. It
constantly.
fades.
Yeah, it fades.
It-
I'm not gonna make them live through that.
I hope so.
It's that's how I stunlocked Durnhale for an entire combat. Is I made him do intelligence saves.
So just so you know, Willie, if you ask me to do a spell I don't know, I'm going to try to find the spell with the same amount of damage possible and do that. So that's what I did. Okay?
Okay. Okay. I understand. It was just super scary. You know, with a fireball, I can probably dodge it. I'm pretty quick. You know?
Yeah, you can't dodge a synaptic strikes.
Yeah, I can't dodge that. And I'm also not, I'm pretty smart, but I'm not like you smart, That's some dangerous stuff. Confusing times.
I'm not that smart. I'm I, I'm I'm smart enough to trick you into thinking I'm smarter than I am. Does that make sense?
Well, I'm certainly confused, so you must be pretty smart.
Yes, I'm not like Lehman though, or Jim.
Huh. Hmm. Well, we're not being jumped by things again. I suppose this means we'll have to go find where he is sitting again and figure out.
Next
Are we
time
going to
we
try
see him,
talking to him.
yeah, we say words before we do anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you?
Yep.
All right, we're off. You guys can just move yourselves, and I'll tell you what happens.
Hold
if
on,
you
hold
need
on.
me to empty
One
a
thing
room,
that's been bugging me is this over here. I knock on this wall.
you knock on this wall. It's definitely hollow. Make me an investigation check.
All right.
That advantage because you're like, nah, there's definitely fucking something there.
Let's see.
Yep.
Oh, I rolled a 2. 16.
No,
Damn.
no.
There's
With
something.
the
Peek my
16,
head.
I'll tell
There's
with the
something
16, I'll tell you. There's definitely no secret door on that wall.
There's something back there. Oh, maybe it's in this room.
Yeah, I'll do an investigation check in here for any like trapped walls or anything like that.
Great. Go ahead and make me an investigation check. In the room you're in, Jim Jams. Friend, you need to make one looking for your secret door.
Oh yeah.
I'll help him.
Okay, Turnhill's giving you advantage, friend.
Okay, I got a 30. I'll roll again.
Yeah, there's a fucking secret door
Hold on.
right
Yeah.
there.
Hold on. No.
I got an 11. I rolled a 1.
D9.
Me and
That
Durham
is
Hale
the
found
secret
a
room.
secret room.
It contains bookshelves packed with tomes.
Got tomes.
And there's a treasure chest on that far wall.
Ooh. I throw something at it and see if it sticks to it.
It falls right off.
All right. I approach.
Okay.
I'll start looking over the tomes.
They seem to be describing fiend summoning rituals.
He'll stand there, like, pull the book off the thing, like, yeah, demon summoning. It just kind of like tosses them. Like, no, oh well.
Heresy.
I rolled for traps on the chest, but I did roll a natural one. I got 15.
You do not spot any traps on the chest.
I open it.
Lehman, I know you moved away while he was doing that. I'm gonna have you still get hit by that.
I was gonna say I'm still gonna be there.
Yeah.
Look, demon summoning.
Certainly
Demon
no
summoning.
traps here, Lehman. Don't worry.
A spring-loaded
Nothing
mechanism pops off from the chest, and I need the Constitution saving throws from the both of you. You immediately take 2 points of piercing damage, both of you, as darts just like ting 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 ting. Both of you.
Got a 20.
That's a success.
I got an 8.
Is a fail, and you take. I have the right target in my hand. I was playing with it. Yeah, 47 points of poison damage, and you are poisoned for the next hour.
Damn.
You take none of that, friend. you it's a save or bust.
Oh my god. I turned to Lehman to say, "No! Ah, fuck! What happened?"
Catches him like you see this dart buried in Lehman's neck, and just the like dark lines, like Iron Man 2 disease. You know what I'm talking about? Just like spiraling out from the tip.
I think I'm gonna go sit down.
Yeah, wait. I can heal you. But Durnhale might know a heal that get rid of that poison. That looks gross. I can see it in your veins.
This or something.
I yell out to him, "Your veins look gross," and I heal him for 15.
I mean, I got greater restoration.
Inside the chest, your reward for all of that is 3 blank books with black leather covers, and 3 spell scrolls. 1 for bless, 1 for protection from poison, and 1 spiritual weapon.
I come over and cast protection for poison on Lehman.
Great.
There we go.
He looks at you and he's like, that would have been much better a minute ago.
No, it gets rid of it, right?
You watch as friend unrolls a scroll that's obviously like old, like the fabric sort of like falls apart at the edges, casts the spell, the spell scroll vanishes, and your poison is neutralized. And you, for the next hour, have advantage on saving throws against being poisoned and have resistance to poison damage.
Okay.
And it's not concentration, friend. So it just is.
Nice.
A
Sure,
blessed scroll
I'll
and a
keep
spiritual
these- I'll
weapon
keep
scroll
these.
remain. Great.
And then what are these books?
They're literally just blank books. You could hand them to Lehman for like spell books in the future. They're literally just blank. Nice leather covered books.
We could journal.
You could journal.
Who wants to journal with me? 2 of you.
And you know what? Eddie would like a journal. Eddie wants to write down his stories.
He's not here.
I know, but you think of him in this moment. He wants to be a best-selling novelist.
Nobody wants to journal with me? All right.
Yeah, I'll journal.
Oh, all right. 1 to Jim Jammy.
All right. Keep it moving. Unless we're gonna take a long rest here. We've only been at it for like 2 hours.
No need for long rest. I mean, Lehman's still pretty hurt. But
Yeah, I mean, look, a short rest probably wouldn't be a bad
Yeah, we could
thing.
sit here and have a short rest. Sarasonda would take a short rest as well. She could heal.
Yeah, I'll take a short rest. That's fair. How do I do a short rest?
at the top of the screen.
Oh yeah. Yep.
She's a level 14 character. Eight. 2 8s in a row. 20. 20. When you do I haven't played a character in a long time. When you do a long rest, do you add your con every time you roll a hit die?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'll be right back.
I think, right? Now you got me questioning it, bro.
Yeah, you do. I think that's what it is. Yeah, it's con. It's your con bonus.
There we go. I used 7 out of my 8 hit dice to heal Sarasonda back to full.
What was it? Bless and what? Spiritual weapon.
Spiritual weapon.
It's gonna make me want to pick it up. Do you know that?
Spiritual
Didn't
weapon.
they nerf it?
I don't think so.
I'll have to look.
But it takes a bonus action to move it around and use it. And you
Oh,
are
that's
a pretty
always been
bonus
that way.
action.
Yeah.
You're a pretty bonus action heavy class. That's why clerics get it, because they are lacking in the bonus action department. Lehman walked away.
Yep, I'm back.
Oh, he's back. Great. Okay. Long rest or short rest happened. Where do we go now? Sir Sonda comes and stands in the hallway, looking at the stairs, looking both up and down, and turns and goes, "Well, we just came from the top floor, and we've kind of searched this whole floor. Do we head to the first level?"
Yeah, let's try it out.
What? She walks down the stairs, ends up down here.
No, I think they actually made it better. Looks like they made it better, guys.
What?
Spiritual weapon. So because the upcast, it used to be it would go up by a D8 for every 2 slots you go up, but now it's every slot.
They did that
they
for a
also
lot of
made-
spells.
They also made it concentration.
That's the nerf. The
Yep.
concentration is the nerf, and that's why I'm not gonna pick it up because I am a concentration guy. Thank you, Carl. That was bugging me.
Yep. Like there is a specific reason.
Willie.
You mean move?
Yeah, I want you to move yourself, Bill.
There you go.
All right, where are you guys going? You're in like the atrium, the lobby.
Hmm. Well,
All the doors are shut again, by the way.
We know we can't.
That's
out.
something.
I'm gonna look in the bathroom.
Okay. Hope you're in the bathroom. Nothing. Nice little bathroom. Actually, I think that's the kitchen. I think that's the kitchen, not the bathroom.
This is the kitchen.
I think that's
I
a
would like-
stove. I think that's a stove, not a
thought
toilet.
this
Though I
was
understand.
I thought this was
There
That's the
bathroom?
pantry.
something.
That's the pantry.
Pantry.
Back there.
Okay.
Is there a bathroom?
There's probably no bathroom in this whole building, huh? Map makers are so funny.
I remember Brad always made a big deal of showing you where. No, I found one. You just never
one?
found it.
Nice.
I found it. I found the bathroom.
Nice.
It's on the 4th floor.
Sick.
One bathroom in this entire building? It's a little. No
On the
lot.
3rd floor. I forgot that there was a 3rd floor. My bad. There is a whole level you guys didn't like look through as well. But I've dragged you to the basement with using Sarasanda.
Sarusanda. Nothing going on in
Guys,
this
do you think we
room.
could just like dig a hole through one of these walls and just get outside?
You guys have gotten outside already.
We're no longer in the house at all. We're like inside his brain or something, you know?
Oh,
Oh, you're in the house.
You're not
Or
here.
is this just friends? Okay. Okay, sorry.
I'm
Where
a
you
little
guys going?
confused. Tell me to smash something.
Hmm.
We've got to pick doors and look through them.
Yeah.
Got it. I go through this.
It'd be nice to mark on the map too where we've checked out as well.
So every time you guys go through a haunted zone, the doors all shut again.
Yeah. Okay. So it all just resets.
It all just resets. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you guys walk into this room, still cobwebby. It looks like you guys never even sat at the tables covered in crumbs not too long ago. Hunkus, are you going through that door you're standing next to?
I was thinking about that one or this one over here.
You've gone through those doors before. You know that the one on those double doors that Jim Jammy's next to is the way to the exit. And the
Okay.
first time you guys ran out the front door, you got teleported.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna open this one.
You immediately get sucked into a zone. Hunkus vanishes. He's like
Oh.
it's that scene where it's that image where like he goes to walk through it and like the point that walks through the door, his whole body is like sucked through it, like spaghettified.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we found another one.
Sarasunda sees it happen and runs to catch up.
Oh, come on, Willie. Come on, Willie. Okay.
Okay. Chips are yummy. Sorry. You all find yourself in a bedroom, small bedroom, the void out the window, black again, littered with creepy dolls, monstrous stuffed animals, and misshapen toys. The two children you saw outside the house that you sent away that were crying now stand in the middle of this doorless room, weeping uncontrollably. Large tears run down their face, pooling in impossible quantities on the floorboards. You are stunned for a moment as you watch those pools grow and the water level rise just a centimeter as the tears begin to flood the room.
Hey, stop crying.
They
just
are
have to remove their eyes.
inconsolable.
We have to remove their eyes, he said. Surely Sean would just fill the room with blood then, dude. Like,
I mean,
like
eyes
above
don't make the
table.
tears, so
Do you rush at them, Willie, to remove their eyes?
I rush at them. I'll remove their eyes though. I'll examine them further. I'll tickle them. I'll spend some time tickling the kids.
You're nuts.
You find the moment you
That's
go
somehow
to touch them, you
worse,
find
David.
they're illusory.
Well, if the kids aren't real, then neither is the water. I refuse to acknowledge the water.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's really damp around the ankles of your hooves right now.
What are you talking about?
No, it's not.
About a minute's passed,
I pick
and
up a
the
doll.
water has risen up about a foot.
I start looking through the dolls and toys, looking for one that looks like me, or like
Good job.
Strahd.
Yeah.
One of the two.
No, you immediately you notice the monstrous ones you realize are Hunkus and Willie. You find one that's you. You find one that's even Sarusanda. You find one that's Strahd. There is a creepy doll or stuffed animal or toy on each one of you.
I go to
Yours,
the one,
friend, is like a wooden toy.
I go to the one that's Strahd and say, I would like to leave.
Okay.
It didn't work.
The kids keep crying. You're standing there holding
I touch
Strahd's
mine.
doll.
Is there just one Strahd doll, or is there two?
There's only the one Strahd doll.
I make my
I give-
doll and the Strahd doll kiss.
take it to the children and see what they do.
Oh, yeah. And then I hand it to the kids.
They don't stop crying. They don't even register that you're there.
All good ideas, y'all. Rub Strahd in my groin.
Okay.
Let me see it. Real
What
quick.
about-
Do it.
What about destroying the doll?
You like that, Strahd?
God damn.
Is it doing anything,
I'm gonna
Sean?
position all the dogs so
Wait.
they're fucking.
Is it doing
Okay.
anything, Sean?
Whoa.
Okay.
The water has risen another 2 feet at this point.
All right, waterboard them.
You're standing in 3 feet of water. The dolls are
grab this-
beginning to just float.
I grab the
Kids
straw
don't
doll
react
and
to
I
any of the dolls.
shove its head
You
underwater.
said 3 feet of water?
You're standing in
I'm-
3 feet of water.
I'm
now, yeah.
underwater.
Uh-huh.
I pick up friend and keep him from drowning.
Okay.
Great.
Friend, do you have lungs? You're in fluid anyways.
Yeah, I don't know.
He still needs to breathe.
Yeah, I need to take in oxygen and exclude CO2.
Keep in mind, we're also mostly liquid.
Oh, you're right.
I'm not.
Another foot of water.
Fun fact: friend is made of water.
Somebody
but his
asked me
body
a
is
question, and then we got
liquid.
distracted. So, hold on, Dave. Somebody asked me a question. What was it?
So they don't react at all to any of the dolls that we try to
No,
get them?
the 2 kids are also now underwater. They remain underwater. They don't like float up. They're just crying. You still hear their cries because it's an illusion, but they're still crying under the water, standing in the middle of the room. Tears just forming, like falling into the water around them to raise the water level. They don't respond to any stimuli.
And there's nothing else there besides toys and dolls?
Nope, there's toys and dolls. You guys have fucked around with Strahd's doll. You guys, Hunkus said something earlier.
I think we should
nobody heard
destroy
him?
the doll.
Destroy
Yeah.
the doll?
Mhm.
Okay. Mine or
That's-
Strahd's?
Strahd's.
Okay.
Don't hurt yourself.
Destroy the Strahd doll.
Okay, what do you do to destroy the Strahd doll?
I mean,
It's like a Raggedy Ann doll.
set
Can I
on
just
fire.
rip it in half?
There's that off.
You rip its head off. Who rips its head off?
Hunkus.
Hunkus?
Yeah, I take it and just pull it apart. Yep.
The moment you rip its head off, you all the water that's standing in the room is sucked in. You're immediately sucked into the head. You're all spinning around this vortex of water that's being sucked into the drain that is the hole in Strahd's doll neck. There's no holding on because you have nothing to grab onto, and you're all sucked into the neck of Strahd von Zarovich. The room spiraling around you as you are ejected from the zone. You all find yourselves in the room you were walking into. Sitting, leaning against parts of the wall. Oddly soaked through, feeling very tired. At the point you finally pulled it off, I'll say the room was about 5 feet in water. About halfway.
This guy is goofy.
Goofy, you say. And you turn and leaning against the mantle of the fireplace is Strahd von Zarovich, smiling at you, his gleaming white teeth.
Yes.
I had fun. You were all wonderful sports. Intruders in my realm, we finally meet face to face. From the way the villagers spoke of you all, I expected you to be a bit more impressive. Ah, well. I am forever disappointed with the insects that invade my realm and think themselves worthy of meeting me. I suppose I could entertain myself with destroying you all.
Wait. Why do you think we think that? We didn't come here to meet you. We came here for this rod.
That rod's in my domain, yes?
Okay, that's fair. I
That
guess
would
we had
make
to
it
meet you.
mine.
But we didn't have intentions of meeting you. We had intentions of getting the rod. We can buy it.
So
Yeah.
you're saying you intended to steal from me? Sarasanda at this point sort of like stands up and goes, oh, Count, your regalness. These novices of my order, meant no disrespect, it would be most beneficial for you to just wave us away. Sarasanda is, just so we're all on the same page, lying through her teeth. She's gonna roll a deception. Well, is anybody going to help her in this lie?
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you going to say? She's like, these novices of my order, and Strahd kind of looks and turns to her and goes, "Do you really know them?" So what do you say there?
Miss Sarasanda, please, we do not believe that you should take such direct accounting for our actions.
Strahd
Please,
moving.
we may be your apprentices in studying, but we are not.
Roll me a
It is
deception check.
our actions.
Roll me a deception check as Strahd seems to turn into a shadow as he slides right next to you, Lehman, and leans in very close and goes, "Is this true?"
I am going to go with the 19 that I rolled for my portrait, giving me a total of 20.
A 20. That is the DC that you had to hit to deceive Strahd. He narrows his eyes. Well then, if that's what it takes, if you are truly members of the Ulquist Inquisition, I have nothing but respect for their works.
I'm sorry if I came off wrong there. That's on me. We just really, really needed this rod, and we can do a transaction if you'd like, but we would really just love to take it off your hands if you don't mind.
Well then, I didn't even know it was here. I won't even notice when it's gone. Leave immediately.
All right, I'll come back and I'll tell you about Hyundai Kias or something like that.
Very well.
Would you like the third journal?
You mean a journal you found here?
Yes.
That would make it mine.
All right. So I hand him the third one. And I say, me and Jim are gonna start journaling, and we're gonna trade every couple months. So here, I draw out my teleportation circle symbol, and I hand it to him on one of the pieces of paper I rip out of my journal. I go, here. This is to my teleportation circle, and you can come trade journals with us. Okay?
A sickly smile across his face. Wonderful.
Slap
This
the back of
transaction is
his head.
complete.
Friend, you
Get
fucking
out
idiot.
of my realm.
Everyone,
No.
No, I'm kidding.
everyone's my friend, Jim.
Oh shit.
And you are all forcibly ejected from the death house.
Ejaculated from the death house. Holy fuck.
That portent really saved you there, Lehman.
Yeah, I was like, I've got a 19. I've only got a +1.
A DC 20 charisma check or fight Strahd.
I was trying to roll persuasion the whole time. You didn't ask me to.
Nope, I did not, because he was not. He was going to fight. He was going to try and kill you. The only reason he didn't is because of the Ulquist Inquisition. He believes that you are members of the Ulquist Inquisition.
What if I could have rolled I could have rolled a 35 on persuasion. You know what I mean? That's
Sure, and that
enough?
wouldn't have been high enough to
Damn.
convince Strahd to not kill intruders in his realm who stole things from him.
Damn. That's nuts.
That is nuts to butts.
Nuts to butts. Great. you guys all flee Barovia. Do you guys stop anywhere, or do you guys just like beat feet to the edge of town where you guys came in to where your portal is?
I was gonna say, yeah, if we've got a location we can go to, we will go to that.
Yeah, you guys can like go back to Sigil. You guys are free to go back to Sigil.
Hell yeah, let's
Does
fucking do it.
Arasanda come with us, or does she
What am I
stay?
fucking trying to find out?
We tell her we're like, yo, we got this crib. It's super.
I think she has her own
dope.
shit. I think she bids you all farewell and says if you ever need me in anything, you can find me. She tells you where to be able to find her. I'm unclear of where that is right now. Probably somewhere on Sigil, I would imagine. Another like the Ulquist Inquisition is another like multiplanar order. The best
Okay.
place to house a multiplanar order is Sigil.
Yep.
So
We'll link up. Get some,
she
like,
goes her separate
RPs.
way because she had her own mission, right? She's got to make sure that that's all cleaned up. So you guys
Head back to Casa Bonita.
as you all travel through the portal, you feel this weight that had been pressing on all of you lift as you leave Barovia. Finally, that place
Oh my god.
sucked.
I thought I had to take
on
a
your
shit the whole time.
soul. Yeah, it really like you always felt that more than usual. You guys have felt that somebody's watching you for a long time, but like that was an intense place. And the moment you travel through the portal, you feel that weight lift. Who got the rod? Is it Durnhale? Is this Durnhale's
Yeah.
rod?
Yeah, the regeneration rod.
As you hit the portal, you have your vision finally.
Oh.
You instinctively know that you are on a war-torn world known as Kryn. A massive magical tree sits in a region that this information is just like streamlined into your noggin, known as the Northern Dargard Mountains. But something once again seems off. Very similar to how Lehman explained knowing where the piece was on Eberron. You know an area, but you don't have you did who had the Death House one? Was it Friend? Was this Friends?
No,
Who had the Death House one?
maybe Lehman.
Willie. That was
Willie.
Willie's.
Well, I thought I was the bird one.
Willie, no. Willie's was like super exact. Yours is more just like, I know there's a massive magical tree on the plane and world of Kryn in a region called the Northern Dargard Mountain.
Hmm.
That's what you get.
That's enough info for sure.
You can definitely get some
Pass along
information
the-
gathering.
Yeah.
100%.
We should have fought him, you know?
Here, let me pull up Strahd's stat block. He's only got 136 hit points. That ain't
We
a
would have
lot.
fucking killed this guy. Friend is moping about it.
Yeah, but you gotta hit him first.
Yeah. Maybe if he ever
He's only
shows
got-
up. I
he's
gave
only
him
got-
our
he's only
address,
got-
right? If he ever
Only
shows
got
up here.
16 AC.
Probably should be changing that sigil.
No, let's just have alarms set
I'm
when he
just
shows up,
scared,
and then we'll just
you know?
beat the shit out of him. Yeah, friend, you're right. But we should just do it on our own home terms because, like,
Yeah, this is our
being in his head fucking sucks. Yeah.
Would we get layer actions in our
Bastion.
bastion? That'd be
There's
cool.
something about your Bastion being attacked. He does have a chart.
A chart? Like astrology?
No, he's got a chart.
Oh, a
He
charm.
and it doesn't.
Is it a mass charm?
No, but it doesn't have a limit, so he can just go one after the other.
Right.
and collect you all.
But I've seen two dudes beat the shit out of a guy that could do that. Just Superman and Batman just go up in there and beat the absolute shit out of him. You remember that? While Harrington was crying in the corner, it was Carl and it was Jay
Me and Jay playing the Paladins.
fighting the Slod, the Death Slod.
Oh, it's the Slod? Yeah, the Slod
yeah.
on the mountaintop. What a
Yeah.
great fight that was.
Yeah.
What a great fight that was. No, you probably could have beaten the shit out of him. He would
Would
have.
have been like, here, have a giant pillar of radiant fire.
All the slots, I remember that.
It wouldn't have been easy.
My Infinity War of Slods
Yeah.
and Endgame Slod. That was such a great time. Great. Yeah, this is a I don't know. This is a pretty weak Strahd. It's only
Vampires
CLP.
used to be fucking scary too, though.
I mean, when his turn came around, he would absolutely annihilate people. But there being 7 of you and 1 of him,
We might have lost like me. Like odds are I would have died.
all of his shit is like health reduction. So he can charm somebody, and then he just goes around reducing people's hit point maximums.
That shit's annoying.
Also, you can't actually kill him. When Strahd is reduced to 0
It would
hit
just
points,
be-
he fucking leaves and
He
goes back to
his
Castle
castle
Ravenloft.
and cries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After 1d4 hours, he
And then we go
reforms in a
home.
random occupied
Yeah.
space. Yep. You all level up.
Oh, sick. No way.
Well, could we
Cool.
create like a? That's awesome. Could we create like a planar binding vessel and just keep them in there?
That's what already happens. He can't leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, Strahd is stuck in his domain.
What did I get? I don't get shit.
His thirst for power never sated. Strahd made a pact with the dark powers to become immortal. Meanwhile, Strahd's evil deepened until in his jealous rage he murdered his brother. Sergei. Sergei's betrothed, Tatiana, leapt from a tower to escape Strahd and vanished into the mists rising around Barovia as Strahd slew everyone else in the castle. He had become a vampire, and Barovia became a domain of dread. Now the dark powers keep Strahd trapped in his realm, tormenting him with his inability to escape for all eternity. He spends his days amusing himself as best he can, terrorizing Barovia's people and savoring the fear and worship he commands.
My
You ever thought about getting a fucking girlfriend? God damn, no.
She literally ran away from him.
Like,
my
move on.
my inspiration goes up to D12 now.
Nice.
Yes.
Level up. Sorry.
I got 8 level spells now.
Yeah, I need to add me an 8th level spell.
I don't think I got anything. Level
Do
15.
Anti-magic field, control weather, earthquake, holy aura, or sunburst.
I can get pretty much any 8th level spell I want. And that's a really hard choice, you know?
Cool. And yeah, I do get 18 crits now. So hell yeah.
Passing on the information to the wizards, the wizards 3, in Sigil, 2 actually, because Mordenkainen remains missing. Information about Kryn that they know. Dragons are big there. It's a big dragon place. Lots of chromatic dragons. They swear allegiance to the expansionistic dragon armies of Queen Takisis. And then they have a lot of more unusual dragons than most planes, such as sapphire dragons and lunar dragons. And they pursue hidden agendas. And this is another plane where a great cataclysm swept it centuries ago. the apocalypse destroyed nations, unleashed monsters, and like sent the world back to the Stone Age. But the big thing when they're talking to you, when they tell you what they know about Kryn, is that they don't go there in recent years because a recent war has spread across the plane. Many factions and war leaders vie for control of their like feudal fiefdoms, and they take up arms and fight over just like greater stretches of land and power. The biggest one of them is the Death Knight Soth. Lord Soth. Now, that guy, I would not want to fuck with that guy.
I have way too many choices.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gotta redo all my spells.
He has an ability where he just points at you and you take 100 points of damage. You. 100 damage. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Extra fuck you.
Jesus Christ. This is a spell that's a 30-foot cube where you draw the moisture out of every creature inside of it.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Insane. There's one spell that I'd love to just cast on Willie called Maze. You banish a creature that you
Just
see
put him
to
in the
dimension.
There is a Minotaur there.
Has to stay there until they escape. They can study and then take an action to try to escape, but they have to make a DC 20 investigation check.
Send Durnhill there. He'll never leave.
Wait, could you use that to create a 1v1? Like, I'm putting you in the labyrinth with the Minotaur. Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, but you're not the Minotaur. There is a Minotaur.
Oh, there is a Minotaur. Can we make a spell where I am the Minotaur?
You can make that spell.
We should make that spell. What a fun fucking spell that would be. You put me in the labyrinth, the first thing I do is I take off all my clothes. Right? I become the part.
Clone is really good, but not useful except for like have a clone, and then it's like, well, might as well get rid of it at that point. Power word stun feels very friend.
Neat.
Cat equivalent of mental illness, Foxy.
Demiplane is cool.
Will not be harassed.
Demiplane is cool.
Harassed. You have food. You have.
What would I use it for though? It's so niche.
Sit on my lap. You have water. You have toys. You may not have the fish treats. That is a bedtime treat. That is not a now treat.
It is way too early to have fish treats, man. You need to calm down. You know them shits are
Unironic.
packed full of melatonin.
Need to calm down. You're going crazy. Also needs his toenails clipped.
Oh
That's
fuck
another thing.
everything! I'm taking befuddlement, Sean. Watch
Right.
out for befuddlement. All right,
Get befuddled.
because your wizards aren't gonna like it.
Do we got somebody that has identify and detect magic or anything like that?
I definitely think that's been a huge job, largely.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just making sure to keep that. You know what I'm saying?
Right? Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, it's in character of me. I just wanted to make sure, let people know, like, hey, don't worry about that.
This is nuts. So you blast the mind of a creature you can see within range. The target must make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 10d12 psychic damage and can't cast spells or take magic action. At the end of every 30 days, the target repeats the save, ending the effect on its success. The effect can
Why
also
don't
be ended
you-
by a greater restoration, heal, or wish spell.
Why don't you ever take the one that makes them dumb? That's like a 7th level spell, right?
Yeah, what's that
Feeble
called?
mind.
Feeble
Feeble
mind.
Mind.
Be stupid.
I don't have that one. It's 7th?
I think so.
Is it 6th? I don't see it in 7th or 6th.
Feeble mind.
What level is
It's an
that?
8th level spell.
8th. Okay. I don't have access to it.
Bard, Legacy, Druid, Legacy, Warlock, Wizard. This is the Legacy one.
Yeah, it doesn't give me the option to take it.
I wonder if they just got rid of it.
I'm guessing so. Well, maybe they replaced it with this one.
Oh, with
That's-
befuddlement.
Yeah, that makes the most sense.
You blast the mind of a creature you can see, attempting to
Yeah.
shatter their intellect and
Yeah, yeah.
personality. Target takes 46 psychic damage and must make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, the
46.
creature's intelligence and charisma scores become 1.
That's Feeble Mind.
Yeah, that's feeble mind.
Yeah, Befuddlement's
That's
better. They
Be
just
dumb.
they buffed it. I think.
Creature can't cast spells, activate magic items, understand language, or communicate in any intelligible way. The creature can, however, identify its friends, follow them, and even protect them. Be stupid. At the end of every 30 days, the creature can repeat its saving throws against the spell. Succeeds on its saving throw, the spell ends. Greater Restoration, Heal, or Wish will also solve it.
Yeah, we're pretty much done. Let me finish up real quick, okay? All right. All right, cool. I'm good.
Anybody else need anything? Everybody else know what they're up to, or know
Nah,
what they,
I'm working.
you know,
I'm turning.